13.8 billion years ago, there was absolute silence. There was, to the best of our limited comprehension, a void absent of time, space, and matter. Then, in a cataclysmic rupture of non-existence, reality shattered into being. 13.6 billion years ago, the primordial darkness was colonized by a violent expansion, a chaotic soup of subatomic particles scattering across a rapidly stretching canvas. From this cooling inferno, the first skyline of stars ignited, illuminating the abyss like lonely lighthouses in an endless obsidian sea. By 12.9 billion years ago, the invisible hands of gravity began to sculpt the chaos. It pulled drifting matter together across the open cosmic ocean, weaving islands of gas, dust, and stellar fire into the first majestic galaxies, localized architectures of light held together by gravitational strings. Fast forward through the eons to just 4.5 billion years ago, in a quiet, unremarkable suburb of an ordinary spiral galaxy, a cloud of interstellar debris began to dance around a young, volatile star. Through violent collisions and molten coalescence, this dust bound itself tighter and tighter, eventually cooling to form a rock, a single, wet planet. Just one lonely sphere amongst an incalculable number of others drifting in the dark. 3.8 billion years ago, a miracle of chemistry occurred. The rock woke up. Life began. It was simple, microscopic, and tenacious. It took another vast stretch of deep time until 2.6 million years ago for living things to grasp the concept of tools. Then, a mere 150,000 years ago, the spark of consciousness truly caught fire. Language emerged, abstract thought bloomed, and the intricate tapestry of culture began to weave itself. And then, there is today. To truly understand our place in this narrative, we must adjust our scale. If the entire history of the cosmos were compressed into a single, standard calendar day, the story of modern humanity would not grace the stage until the final 8/10,000ths of the very last second before midnight. In the grand cosmic theatre, we are less than a breath, a fleeting blink in the eye of eternity. Each of our individual lives, our entire compilation of loves, fears, and ambitions, unfolds within a fraction of that single microscopic second. The universe has only just begun to exhale, and we are seemingly trapped within this infinitesimal sliver of time, convinced that it represents the totality of existence simply because it is all we have ever known. To us, this moment is everything. To the universe, we are statistically indistinguishable from zero. This haunting perspective was immortalized by the Voyager 1 probe, which captured Earth as a pale blue dot from the edge of the solar system. As Carl Sagan profoundly observed, all of human history happened on that pixel. Every person you have ever loved, every historical figure you have ever studied, every supreme leader and superstar, every saint and sinner lived out their dramatic sagas on a suspended mote of dust caught in a sunbeam. Consider the rivers of blood spilled by generals and emperors, fueled by arrogance and fury, solely to become the momentary masters of a fraction of a dot. Our posturing, our imagined self-importance, and the delusion that we occupy a privileged position in the cosmos are challenged by that point of pale light. Our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark, and the universe offers no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. One day, you simply appear on this stage. Without consent or instruction, you are thrust into existence. Quickly, the days begin to accelerate, turning into a rapid-fire flipbook. Your life becomes a vivid, animated film populated by everything you cherish and everything you dread. But it is crucial to realize that while this feels like a feature-length epic to you, to the cosmos, your life is not even a single frame in an infinite reel. You do not know how you arrived here. You do not know the purpose of your stay. You do not truly understand the mechanics of this reality or its destination. In this ignorance, you are united with every other being that has ever existed. And before you can fully grasp the nature of the question, the answer will be silence. You will be gone. Do not let this paralyze you. Just as the eternity before your birth passed without your suffering, the eternity after your death will pass in the blink of an eye. If fortune favors you, perhaps 80 years from now, you will close your eyes for the final time. Those who remain your children, grandchildren, or friends will gather to honor the memory of you. They will grieve, tears will be shed, and hearts will break. But, inevitably, they will dry their eyes. They will eat, they will sleep, and they will move on, for the living must survive. The ruthless march of time continues. In 200 years, the erasure will be nearly complete. All direct, tactile traces of your existence will vanish. The nuances of your voice, the specific cadence of your laughter, the way you walked, the secrets you kept, all will dissolve with the death of the last person who ever shook your hand. Any remaining perception of you will be a distortion, a projection void of authentic connection. Even if you achieved greatness, if your name is etched in stone or history books, you become a character, not a person. In 100,000 years, the entire 21st century will be nothing more than a curious, thin stratum in the geological record, occasionally analysed by intelligences that feel no kinship with us whatsoever. Expand the view further. 5 million years from now, the relentless background extinction rate will have scrubbed the Earth clean of most species we know today, replacing them with new, alien forms of life. 1 billion years from now, the biosphere will collapse. Life on Earth will cease. 5.5 billion years from now, the Sun, the very giver of our life, will exhaust its fuel. It will swell into a red giant, consuming the Earth in a fiery embrace. A planet that hosted drama, romance, and war for billions of years will be wiped out without a trace, a grand finale to a magnificent light show that no one is around to applaud. The sun dies, the earth vanishes, the universe does not notice. There is still so much time left. 100 trillion years from now, the era of starlight will end. The last stars will burn out, fading into oblivion. Their graves will be marked only by the tombstones of black holes. The cosmos will transform into an expanding graveyard composed of the cooling bones of evaporated stars. Then, the era of black holes begins. For eons, they will swallow the remaining stray matter. But even they are not immortal. Between 1 Google and 1 Googleplex years in the future, the last massive black hole will evaporate via Hawking radiation. A final, silent explosion of light will occur, the universe closing its final eye. Time becomes meaningless. Conceptually, everything that ever happened will have been so brief that, in the grand calculus of eternity, it might as well have never happened at all. The universe returns to nothingness, and nothing happens forever. Of course, this is speculative cosmology. The universe may be infinite in size, or cyclical in nature, bouncing endlessly between big bangs and big crunches. The story of reality could unfold in an infinite number of ways that our primate brains cannot begin to model or predict. However, amidst this terrifying vastness, there is one undeniable truth. Somehow, against all statistical probability, we are here. We are part of the story. Think of the countless potential humans who could have existed, but never will, the ghosts of the unborn that outnumber the sands of Arabia. Yet, you are the one who exists. You are one of the rare things that does. While we are here, in this brief, incandescent moment, we get to experience. We get to cry over heartbreaks, laugh at absurdities, and feel the warmth of love. We possess the unique privilege of knowing what it means to be a collection of dead atoms that has awakened to marvel at its own existence on a lush, wet rock floating through the void. We will worry about trivialities. We will dread the inevitable. We will try, we will fail, and we will eventually be forgotten. But right now, we are here. To fully internalize the sheer profundity and terror of this reality in every waking moment would likely rupture our minds, making daily life impossible. However, to never consider it, to never glance at the absurdity and insanity of our situation is to drown in falsity. It is to be submerged in the mundane, suffocated by unnecessary anxiety and stress over things that, on a cosmic scale, do not matter. While we breathe, our lives naturally consume us. But we must remember that in the end, insignificance consumes all life. Embracing this optimistic nihilism, this realization that nothing inherently matters, is not a sentence to despair, but a key to freedom. It allows us to consciously decide what we want to be consumed by while we still have the time, because soon the rest of the universe will continue on indifferently until the lights go out. You won't be around for the end of the story. It will all be over so quickly. Blink. That is how long the rest of eternity will feel.